The new bro code is fuck you, bro.
I like that. 2026 bro code. We're coming with different energy.
I'm not really sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio.
Speaking of different energy, James Kennedy is bringing a very different energy to this season. Yes?
I think, yeah, somebody grew up a little bit. Maybe I'm hesitant to say that exactly, but it is different.
Or the guardrails of his drinking are just completely off. I don't know what it is. But, oh, by the way, this is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast. We are unpacking season 4, episode 1 of Vanderpump Rules, and I'm hype. This is a real peak season right here. I am Sundi, pop culture professor, self-proclaimed expert, heavy on the self-proclaimed.
I am Jeff, the resident culinary hospitality industry expert, which sometimes applies. This time a little bit.
Not usually here.
But I mean, we're 4 in now, so I'm not as much of a newbie.
Yeah.
I'm fully on board. Playtime's over, as I say.
Yeah. And it bears saying that you are watching Vanderpump Rules for the first time through. Like, you have not seen any of these episodes before we covered them. So, there's a little bit of newbie energy there.
First time watcher, and I'm going to say a few years in, it's getting a little harder to not look just a little farther ahead in the timeline because I do not know anything.
Yeah.
Still. But I'm seeing more familiar faces now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's hard because this is about when I think Vanderpump hit its peak popularity, when it started to get the most eyeballs that it's ever had. And so there's just no way that you could be alive on the earth and not have at least seen these people's faces at least once or twice on social media or something. So
I was wondering, it looks good. Like when it starts, I mean, we've had a season or two start where I'm like, what's going on here? This one seemed to they know what they're doing. Sir looks great. I mean, this feels like they got their mojo working, so to speak.
Yeah, I want to say a little bit more about that in a minute, but I do have some business. So let me pause on the frivolity to talk business. Jeff is a newbie to this show and doesn't get to talk about restaurant stuff so much here, but we also cover Top Chef. And so that is where sort of we flip-flop the roles, where I am watching Top Chef for the first time and learning to watch it, learning how it's going, and where Jeff is much more seasoned. He's watched it from the beginning, and of course his background really aligns with it. So we watch that, and then we do some fun cook challenges every week where we have to draw from a hat, and the wackest, craziest stuff is always getting pulled. So we had pork ice cream. What did we pull last week when we did our mini episode? It was
combining liver mash and crab.
Oh yeah. Liver. Oh, I think I had blocked out the crab part of it. Yes. So Jeff has to make me a delicious dish that I have to eat with a smile on my face.
It just hit me. We never did say it had to be delicious. This could be
I just thought that was
a whole
implied.
elaborate prank right here. Every week I'm like, it didn't work out this time. I don't know.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Jeff hates Sundi. You heard it here first. Break it down.
It depends on how good Vanderpump is that week, and then that's how I perform on the food challenge.
We had a really fun one. We all got together and we made Bloody Marys, and then we ate pork ice cream, which sounds like it wouldn't go together, but it was really good. And then our Ladies of London covers, a new one dropped just last night on Thursday. So go listen to that. That's where with our dear friend Emile, who is a former socialite turned psychologist, longtime friend of us. And then, of course, always you're here for the vintage VPR. And we're still negotiating Top Chef. I think there's going to be some additions and stuff like this. So we're still in there. We're early days with Top Chef.
Yeah, it's still today.
All right. So we did not get, obviously, a scenes from last time. We got an upcoming season. And I don't want to get into it too much because that feels like it's poisoning our well. But I would like to just point out some of the things from the trailer that we predicted or wished or hoped for in our last. And by the way, we do a secrets revealed, wishes, hopes, dreams for every season. So go back and listen to that one. What did you immediately recognize that we predicted literally just last week? So y'all go listen to that and then come back and watch this trailer because it is uncanny how much Jeff just nailed. What did you notice?
We saw new people, multiple new people that look like they're on the cast. We have people doing music, which is something I really wanted to do. We have people that look like they have gotten, Tom is doing music for sure.
That's right. And then DJ
And then we
James
got the
Kennedy as well too.
DJ. We see him
Yeah.
carrying equipment early on.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did have a prediction about that. There's, a ton of stuff we had already. So
And a proposal.
I was already excited. And honestly, yeah, like I said, this show has like swagger stepping into this season, and I loved it.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's really interesting because now we have a keen eye, because you have mentioned many times about when a character leans into how happy they are or how much their life is just, checking all the boxes, and then it all comes crashing down. They included Shay's grappling with addiction here. And then in the very first time that we see Sheena, life is so good. Being married is so great. We already know. The editors already told us that shit is about to go left so hard. So they are really setting these folks up.
Yeah, like when people are just so happy for each other in a movie, 2 minutes in, and it's just so picture perfect, and you're like, this is 21 minutes in. Somebody's about to get messed up.
Well, and two, you're like you said, you're not as a newbie anymore, so you can start to see how the Bravo editors really carve out patterns. There's a foreshadowing that's happening too, because that trailer was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, I'm a real student now.
Yeah, of course. We do get a new intro too. Did you watch it? I almost didn't. I had to go back and remind myself to watch it.
Yeah, it was weird. Like some of the intros seemed weird. Everything, like the flash, how the show looked, how the place was looking was great. Some of the graphics were weird. Ariana's making a weird face like I've never seen her make.
And then I just wrote abs at the disco, maybe, because that midriff is just full on with her abs out. So okay, girl, I see you.
More than ever, you're like, these people don't work in a restaurant. Like, why are we even posing? What?
I have that a little bit later, especially when LVP is kind of scolding Sandoval about how it just can't work when you're dropping in and out. You're still trying to make us believe that this restaurant is their only livelihood. Right. You're not going to sell that bill of goods to me.
Actually, in my intro, I had to ask you, like, this looks like it's big. Like, if this is the first episode I'm watching, I'm like, damn, this show must have been huge. Like, it just seems.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I've seen it grow up a little bit at this point, though. And I'm like, 2015, the show was huge.
This is the
I just said huge twice. I'm surprised, like, how does the restaurant, and no one, we've talked about the size of it, because it has to be huge if they have any kind of, if the restaurant, if it matters, like if it's profitable or whatever, like while all this TV stuff's going on. Yeah. I mean, I know it's like a production house.
No, it's Peter. Peter is the only reason that food comes out of that kitchen and drinks hit tables. Hands down, period.
Natalie with an H is going to need a word also. Yeah.
All right. So we pick right up. At SUR. We get a little bit of B-roll of LA, and this is a staff meeting, right? But not before they're still trying to make fucking Pump happen. We got it. Stop pimping Pump on this show. Give it its own show or shut the fuck up about it. Lisa's walking through, as you have noticed many times, with, when you get the most work done, purse on shoulder, very high heels. You come into the meeting, don't forget the meeting. The meeting starts at 5. Like, Lisa, we got it. These people are there. They're coming to the meeting.
She's counting down. It's like 2 minutes. One more minute to the meeting. And
then it cuts to our friend Jax. Another one of your predictions come true. Do you remember?
Yeah, I knew surgery was going to happen.
New surgery.
Didn't think it would be Jax again. Didn't think it would be episode 1. We saw this guy a few weeks ago for The Secrets Revealed.
Yes. Well, I assume that he tried to schedule it in between seasons and it just didn't work out because he may not know how a calendar works.
I was going to say, you don't think his numbers for his 364-day-a-week calendar?
I mean, because he's fresh. He's still got black eyes.
Yeah.
Like his eyes are still black. But he says that he did it for vanity reasons. Speaking of vanity. And then we hear about, and this is one of the things that I love so much about Vanderpump Rules, because I do not believe that these folks, maybe aside from Sandoval a little bit, are performing a character. Even in the off season, Kristen is rocking up to this man's job and throwing wine glasses.
Yeah.
She's not, this is who she is. Period. hands down. This is who she is.
Yeah, I think whereas I've always thought like Katie felt the most real as in like real I'd like to hang out with and like restaurant worker that you could spend time with outside of work. Kristen is the most real, open, this is who she is, right out there for everybody. I think. Yeah.
And much like we were talking about Schwartz, yeah, like not self-editing, neither does Kristen. And like I said a couple of times already, season 4 is when it started to get this sort of, it became a cultural juggernaut in which merch was starting to be made. And this season, there are a lot of memes that have come just from the season. We get one when Lisa says, "You're not important enough to hate, sit down." That's a very famous line from it. And so the fact that these folks are still out here willing to just show the fuck out. And the cameras weren't even around when this bitch is throwing wine glasses. She's like, fuck it. Fuck it. This is who I am. But James says, well, she's just turning up. She's day drinking. And everybody's like, yeah, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, whatever. Yeah. So there might be some alcohol fueling her particular personality.
Might be. Allegedly.
We'll see her later.
You think?
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
But isn't it ironic, though, that she's the one who feels like she has to police James drinking, which we'll get to that in a second. But in his confessional, I mean, I had to stop and take screen recordings of it. Like that after party, oof, that is, ooh. But do
you want to go backwards in this episode?
No, but like it's all connected. I'm drawing some analytical.
We keep going up here just to.
Mm-hmm. Bear with me. The calculus is complicated. But in his confessional right here, there's like an edge to his tone about Kristen, about something about, she's just like really like making it hard, or she's coming to my job or whatever. And so we start to kind of see that maybe there's some cracks happening in the Trinity universe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got his DJ gig pretty regular at this point, still doing the busser thing, which he's great at, Lisa says. I love Tom talking about he and Kristen's ups and downs, as we get more of those two, as always.
Better you than me, pal.
Yeah,
better you than me.
He's got that one down big time. Mm-hmm. And this is where we have like Lisa calling Tom out for not being at work. So don't know what's going on there. Is that acting gigs? Is that music? What's happening there?
I think it's his band. I think Jack said something about in the previous season, but she does not like it. Like, I know that his particular, maybe we didn't see the worst of it. She wouldn't let us see it, but her reaction really seemed outsized to that because he was like, "Don't throw me under the bus," and that's not really true. And so I'm wondering if she wouldn't allow like the worst of it to come because she got mad. She's like, I'm not having this shit.
Yeah, it comes up again later too. I mean, it seems to really get under his skin a lot more than some other stuff we've seen that are like huge violations of like just personal safety. Let's look at that. Like Tom hasn't been showing up some. Let's really tear him up for that one.
And his tone of voice apparently was suck a dick, Diana. Fine, but
that's fine.
Don't throw me under the bus. No, sir. No, sir. You won't be talking to me like that.
She did get hit by a bus one time. We forgot about. We have a new Sheener's got a new look. Some dark hair.
Mm-hmm. Tom too. Tom's hair is super dark too in this one, which I think it looks real good.
Yeah.
And so they're in the bathroom getting ready, and this is where we get that confessional where she's like, "Oh, she's just waxing so grateful and content. Oh, everything is so good, and I'm turning 30, so I just want to really celebrate how wonderful my life is." And I just wrote, "Oh no, girl, don't do that." But 30, I think she might be kind of the aggregate or the average age, right? Like 30 is probably the average age. Jackson's
I don't know. Our
higher.
core, she might be. James, I think in our core group, I think she's on the younger side. I don't know.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Because Katie, I think her and Katie are about the same age.
I think they're about the same. Yeah.
Older. Yeah, because a girl pushing 30 doesn't want a ring on a string.
Yeah. Yeah, and Katie luckily brings up Stassi for us right away.
Well, there is some hot goss. The word on the block is that George Glass would like to take some time living separately because that's how you mend fences.
Yeah, our invisible boyfriend somehow got harder to see even this year because he's on the opposite side of the country. So, yeah, before we even knew you.
Yeah, it's too bad, so sad. And then, remember in one of the episodes where we had a little bit of a talk about how likely it was for Katie to chicken out on her ultimatum?
Yeah, I do.
Which one of us bet that she would completely, like, puss out? Was that me or you, or did we just both agree?
I think we agreed. I
Yeah.
do not see one of us. I mean, I'll look at it, but I can't see either you or I putting our money on her holding tight at this point. She let the string go. She let 2 fake engagements go. What's an ultimatum?
I mean, really, because, but Sheena's confident that she won't be practically engaged forever, that a ring is coming. And like, this might be a because the past. I don't have it on my list, but just the desperation of organizing your life around this particular event. I mean, if I could go back in time and, like, take Katie by the shoulders and say, your life will look zero different on the other side of that wedding. You guys already live together. You already, like, wipe his butt when he poos. You already take care of everything. It is quite literally just a ceremony and a title, because it will. Like, she just needs that particular thing. And there's, like, a desperation attached to that compulsion to just be married. Just get married and stay married. And it's just, that's not what you want to do, girl.
Yeah, I know. We've been wanting to talk to Katie from 12 years ago a lot.
We have. Yeah. Hopefully that will get less and less so as we move through, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. Good chances that is of Jax being less of a sweaty meatball than we have coming up right here.
Well, Lisa's like, stay in the back, because that nose is a jump scare. Like, don't be coming out here scaring my customers with that cast on your face.
Polish glasses at least somewhere. Like, let's find a job suitable for you. Like, button up your shirt while you're at it too. I don't even want to see that chest while you're out here.
Exactly. Quasimodo, get to the back. Nobody wants to see that shit. But he cannot help himself. Even with James, who he has just already sort of deemed not worthy of his time and attention. And as James puts it in a little bit, like, they're not friends. But I bet if you ask Jax, he would be fairly equivocal that, no, we're not friends. What's your name? I've never seen him before. Who is this?
Yeah,
but
he would be. Ask him 5 minutes later. He'd say no.
Well,
then you'd ask him, you'd go around the block and be like, hey, do you know James? Be like, actually, that guy's my best friend. And then you could walk backwards around the other way and be like, I've never even, what's a James? I don't even know what that is. He might flip-flop a little.
Never met him. But in this instance, James is delivering hot goss about Carmen. And he tries to vent a little bit about Kristen first. And Jax, like, smells that weakness. He's like, okay, well, she's going to jeopardize your job. She's a fucking insane. All this crazy stuff. You need to get out of there. Here, just let me gas you up. And whips James up into this, frenzy about it. And then probes him. I couldn't get that out. Probes him for this information about Carmen, which doesn't seem like revelatory.
No, I mean, what? That Carmen just hooked up with somebody else and Jax doesn't want to get into anybody's business and then completely pries into somebody's business? It seems pretty normal.
Yeah. Well,
there's a split second, I mean, and I kind of hate myself, whatever, for these kind of things where he's like, look, man, let me tell you, like, your DJing seems to be going pretty great from what I hear. Like, things are going, you don't really need her in your life. I'm like, he's just taking a minute back here. Because that's when James is like, we're not friends, but we're in, like, the friend circle. And I'm like, what's this little thing? And I went ahead and I thought about, like, we've seen Shane Davis and Jax have met up, and, like, maybe he's kind of been inspirational in some aspects, like reaching down to the younger generation. And I'm like, here he goes. And he's like, anyway, like, is Carmen hooked up with somebody? Give me the dirt on that. Like, that's what I want. And then as soon as he gets it, he'd text her, and I was like, oh, what an asshole I am for thinking for 1 second. I was like, oh, this guy, not so bad.
And so I even have a little
he's
diagram
throwing glasses
for
down.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, they zoom in pensively, right? We see James gets up, lurking in the alley, takes a phone call, okay? Denies it. It's Kristen. You fucking moron. Denies it, whatever. So here's this circle of info. Kristen told James about the hotel kiss. James told Jax. Jax texts Carmen. Carmen texts Kristen.
Yep.
And then Kristen calls James up and says, hey, mind your own fucking business. Shut up. You're a moron, whatever. But that is
on her way to the place so she can also talk to Jack.
Yeah, that is 5 hoops of communication that this particular piece of information went through.
Yeah, and this should be the last phone call Kristen and James ever have. I mean, this could be the last. That could be, for lots of people, that is the last phone call they have with that person.
For many reasons. She calls him a moron. He calls her an idiot. Please fuck off. You're stupid. Like, don't be blah, 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 blah. All of this. But instead of deciding that was the last phone call, she gets in her car and drives there.
Mm-hmm. She was around the corner also, but she hasn't been outside of 750 feet of this place in 10 years.
She's just poised for action. Like, this is my time.
She just James swings in on her zip line that she has from across. Like, she's been over at Pump just waiting.
I know. Just paratrooping in. Like, I'm here. Somebody call my name. Like Beetlejuice. But this is where the whole, like, you have no bro code. Your bro code is fuck you, bro. But Jax doesn't give a shit. Like, he doesn't even bother to, like, make up a story or try to weasel out of it or give a justification. He's like, what? I can talk to Carmen. Whatever. Fuck you.
Well,
whatever. Fuck you, bro.
His voice goes all up, like, why can't I do, I didn't do that. Like, so tired. Like, immediately, I'm like, I'm exhausted by already. Like,
he could give a shit less about James being mad. And then we get this little moment right here. This is where Lisa tattles to Ken about Sandoval. And this is where he says that kind of sweet thing. It's like, if you ever need my help here, that'll be the day you retire. That's where he says that bit right there. Yeah. And this is also, too, because, like, Lisa's complaining about him, like, dipping in and out of shifts. They don't work at SUR. They work for a show on Bravo at this point. Tom is probably touring with his Bravo-fueled band.
Yeah.
But you can't say that because this is before the fourth wall breaks.
But is he going to make the birthday party? Because our girl needs some attention.
Yeah,
she needs it from everybody. She's happy to tell you.
Fuck yeah, he is. Chip Harley's not one to miss.
No, man. No. He's an awesome intro.
This is also, too, where they're talking. They're all sort of like, this is where Sheena and Pampered at the Disco are talking about the party. And Sandoval says this really funny thing about how you got to legit ban Kristen from coming or else she's going to come. Like, not inviting her is not far enough. And then as we see the rest of the episode, true.
It's still not enough.
Gotta, like,
banning is not enough still.
No. Well, Sheena is who she is. And so I don't think that she outright banned her. She probably just didn't directly invite her because as Ariana gets super mad about, she's like, I don't have a direct reason to hate this woman. Ariana's like, the direct reason.
Yeah, multiple times. Just like, yeah. And did you see season 3? There was lots of footage of the reasons I don't care for her. So if you want to go watch that.
And then we start to hear the music from The Wizard of Oz when the witch pulls up.
To the alley.
Yeah. Kristen turns up and James is like, look at you all swaddling. But she's not quite there yet. But because
oh my God, Pinot Squad. If somebody out there can do some imagery of Kristen as an evil witch and James as one of the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz, please get that to us immediately.
Let me make a note of that. I'm honing my Canva skills here lately. So okay, flying monkeys. Got it.
Sorry, I didn't mean for us to do the biz.
Yeah, you love it when we do business on air. Okay, so she runs into Jax, and in her confessional, she talks about her life approach is very different these days.
Thanks to therapy, this is my nightmare, by the way. Episode 1 of this season, Jax and Kristen in the alley, this is my nightmare. This is exactly what I don't want.
You're wrong. This is exactly what I want. This is like, yes.
Well, I'm not wrong, but it's not what I want. But yeah, through therapy, she's learned not to act like a psycho. I think there's something bigger to tackle. Yeah.
But also, too, my prediction about the grifts comes true where she talks about she's working on her t-shirt line, which I think is a real thing now.
Well, I was like, you kept talking about she's such a fan of word art. Like in the past couple of years, you would come out about Kristen and word art. And then I see this and I'm like, Oh, now I will forever put word art and Kristen together. Yes. Okay. I see
Yes,
it.
because her
Yeah.
shirts are word art. But I was watching footage of BravoCon like last year or whatever, and she had like a tent at BravoCon, like hawking her merch there. So
Ooh.
I guess it's still a thing.
Yeah, we should look into that. But yeah, James and Kristen are not doing well here.
He's sober, I think, or at least moderately so, to where he still has kind of his faculties in check.
Yeah.
I don't know if she does. How'd she get there? Did she take an Uber? Or was she behind the wheel of that car? Because, yike.
She was at that secret bar, probably. Jax was telling us about
Oh.
towards the end of the season that they never found out the name.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Kristen lives.
Exactly. And
well, in the mop closet.
Yeah. And the phrase that every person wants to hear when they have had something to drink, are you drunk? You look drunk.
You look drunk.
That is the worst. Yeah, that is the worst. Like if I'm at a party and somebody asks me, am I drunk? It's time for me to go home. I have had all the fun I'm going to have. Like, nope, you embarrassed me. I got to go. No more. Because like, I am not trying out here looking drunk. I don't mind being drunk.
Yeah.
I don't want to look drunk.
I do like that she doesn't really answer it because, like, there's no good answer. Like, it sucks if somebody asks you, like, are you drunk? Like, because it sounds either defensive or you're definitely in denial. Like, are you drunk? Like, it just sounds like, no. I mean, I haven't had a drink in years and years and years. If you ask me, I'm going to slip up and be like, no, why?
Jeff does not speak from personal experience at all. He's never had to answer the question, are you drunk? You look drunk.
It's like trying to pick up medicine and put it back into a medicine bottle and not look like a fiend, when you're like, it's just regular. It's just pills. It's just what it looks like.
That's so funny. Well, this is where James, like, his little pep talk from Jax really starts to, like, come into effect here because he says, Kristen, I will not let you get in the way of my career. Girls come and go, but dreams are forever. I bet she uses that on her word art. I bet she uses that wants on a t-shirt later, I bet. Because DJ James Kennedy will not be stymied by this woman's antics. And
no.
I'm Team James.
Oh, between those two?
Right?
Absolutely, Team James, yes. But all that needs to get put aside because we're about to meet somebody that I wouldn't have guessed actually existed probably just a couple weeks ago.
Did you think that Jax just climbed out of the primordial ooze and like slowly but surely started walking upright until he was a fully formed being in the earth?
Something similar. Yes. There was a black mass at one point, and now we have sweaty meatball nose candy.
Well, there was a little treat for Sundi as we landed his apartment.
Okay.
Sort of seems like there's some little bit of a nudity scene, a little bit of nudes were happening.
Yeah,
they blurred his junk. Yes, we get a blurred, pixelated version of Jax's junk.
That's
not
correct.
Bad.
Odd timing, though, maybe before it's like, hey, we're going to talk to you about your mom. Let's get you coming out of the shower.
I will take it where I can get it.
Name of your sex tape.
That's so mean. That seems so mean.
It's kind of like sad. Even for a sex tape.
It's sad because it's mean. But she is a sweet mom about it. And he does feel a little like, do I wish that I could show my mom this big Beverly Hills mansion? I do. And that's a very human thing to experience. And like, we're just janking on Jax talking about crawling out from a black mass from the primordial ooze. But that is a very human moment where he wishes. But then he kind of was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't even live that way either, which we know that to be untrue. We know that this man would be like snorting lines off a gold toilet and would be driving a yellow Lambo.
He doesn't need those hang-ups. Here's a stolen bottle of wine for you. Can I present you with this?
That's right.
I don't need a mansion. Have this stolen wine.
And then there's that whole little bit about Jason, about how she'll never call him Jax. Yeah. And then the only people that call him Jason is his mom and his dad and his sister, which it humanizes him in a way.
It did.
That I think we maybe needed that before this man just like starts on another season-long tear of women and lies and deception. We needed a moment to remember that this is a human being.
I am scared for this woman, but this is a human being for sure. It does. There is, you kind of giggle with him, when you're like, like old habits don't die when like he's stealing stuff. So it's like, all right, he's just always been like that. And there's something like also it's like old guys that still hit on women. There's something about you're like, oh, look at him, still going for it.
Yeah.
It's
At one
horrible,
point, though,
but give it up.
At one point, she looks over, she's like, did that come out of my house? And unless a person with a grown daughter, that happens to me all the time. Like, I will look at her social media stories or something that she's posted, and I'll be like, that shit's mine. And if something goes missing, around her, especially something for me to wear, I immediately assume that Nolan has walked out of here with it, which, love you, Nolan, shout out. But she's the first person I'm texting. Like, I'm missing a black cardigan right now. And I was like, you see my black cardigan? She says no, but we'll see. It is Sheena's birthday. They're going to do that in a minute. They're going to do it later. But then they said Sheena's turning 30.
Whoa.
And her mom is turning 50.
Whoa. We've got the genius of good life, good trip on a t-shirt. We're going to just zoom past that. I mean, we've talked about some more dark, but let's get into it. James is Jekyll and Hyde over here. Kristen's being normal. What we can't.
Right. Well, I was just going to run down what Jack's and his mom's agenda was, because they're going to go to Villa Blanca. And I just wanted to make a note that Sheena's turning 30 and her mom's turning 50, which is the same age distance between me and Nolan. And then I was just making a comment about that's what's coming up. And that's whenever she put it, she told him, she's like, love's going to come to you. But, you just have to understand who you are and why are you like this? It's like, yes.
Say no more.
Get him.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get him. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about Kristen's t-shirt line. I mean, would you wear this t-shirt? What did it say?
Good life, good trip. No, I'm good. I mean, if you're just asking me.
I mean, I love a graphic tee. And as Nolan pointed out to you the other day, you love a graphic tee.
I love a graphic tee. Look.
I
Case
love a
point,
graphic
right?
tee.
Right
I do.
here.
Me too. Graphic tee.
I mean, I probably have shirts that have something about a good trip on them, but yeah, I'm good on this black and white one. I'm all right. Thank you.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. And then James comes in, flowers in hand, and she does that trick that people do to their partner when they know their partner's not really sorry. She's like, what are you sorry for? Why are you apologizing? And then, James is like, well, I told you to fuck off and called you some real bad names.
There is a chance she didn't remember. There's a chance Kristen's like, what happened? I mean, what happened?
Waddling
I have no
idea.
James keeps explaining the story, and she's like, damn, you should be bringing me some flowers. I am pissed off about that now.
Yeah. We're like, oh, thank you for reminding me. But she continues to scold him, and she talks about how he drives her crazy with this same pattern. And I was like, I want to be like, listen, I want you to take that speech and hold it in your mouth, walk in front of the mirror, and then say those same words out loud to what you see. Ma'am, y'all are the same. The volatility, the emotional rawness, the inability to smash an impulse. Y'all are the same. But he projects negative energy. That's what she says. He projects negative energy. I'm like, what if that means?
No, and I mean, talk about old habits never die. I can't believe I'm like, all right, we got to deal with Kristen. And, as soon as I clocked back in, she's like, well, no, I'm not technically invited to Sheena's birthday party, but there's no way she wouldn't want me there. Like, whoa, I've never heard somebody say something like that in my life. What are you talking about? Like, I know.
It's
deep in their heart, they want me. That's one word for it. Bold is one word for it. The thing she said she's not acting like is another word for it.
I want to talk to you about how you would handle this situation where you were working a party, you had some kind of functional role to do at a party. Your partner was not allowed to come, and then they're sitting across from you, and you're having to kind of make the excuse about it. You can see him floundering. He's like, oh, I can't tell her that she can't come, but I really don't want her to come because she's going to show out. How do you handle that situation? And I'm talking about with a normal human, not with a firecracker like Kristen.
Well, I think if I'm with someone who's demanding that they go to something like that because I'm working it and we date, and that person and the person who's, I don't know, if they're demanding you go, well, then you're not going. And if that means we're broken up, then we're broken up, as I've believe how you deal with the situation.
I mean, I have
If she
been
shows up
in.
at that point, that ain't on you. Like, you're the one. She is coming in with you.
Well,
So
I
I'm
know,
showing
and
up
I've
and
been in
with a T-shirt. But
relationships.
I'm making a word art T-shirt that says, She's not with me. If she shows up, she's not with me. And the second she shows up, I let the bass drop as I'm the DJ, and I'm like, not just so everyone knows, not with me, not with me.
If only it was that easy to just distance yourself from it, right? Because, like, obviously everybody knows they're together. And so all of the bad behavior that Kristen does bleeds over onto Jax and vice versa. And I was saying, I've been in this instance like this where I maybe was dating someone that was not necessarily a good fit for my group.
Mhm.
And I knew that that person wasn't really welcome, but I didn't want that person to know that they weren't really welcome. And so I really felt for James in this moment, because you can see him trying not to get punched in the face again, but also like trying to hold on to, like, man, I really want to work. Just let me work.
He
Right?
just
Like,
wants to
it was,
DJ.
yeah, because DJ is life.
That's right, man.
Your dreams, yeah, your DJ is his dream. Now we're at the B-Day lunch with Villa Blanca. Now
Yeah.
we are. I believe you. We're back. Y'all didn't know, but we broke. We took a break, but we're back.
We're back.
All right, we're gonna
Ready
pick
for
up.
round 2.
Yes, after these messages. Villa Blanca, mother's
No, we just did the
birthday
messages.
lunch. Also, I need to point out really quick, just if, Sheena's mom is only 3 years older than us in this scene.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. That did
I'll believe
cross
that
my
now.
mind. That did cross my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but Jax is just like in heaven with these older ladies. You know how he loves to like schmooze it up, and he totally thinks he's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
having
this
fake
is
kisses.
this
Yeah,
is bread and
he
butter.
was
'Cause
born for this.
yes, and I mean, yeah, he's living it up. He's also a little scared, as he should be, but like Lisa's having a ball and she joins them. It's something for sure.
Was Jax bad as a child?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, as soon as she
Yes, he
comes
was.
in and he said, this was stolen, and it's like, oh, old habits never die. Like, immediately. That's the line in the movie that lets you know, like, this guy's been trouble for a long time. But we do get one fun story.
Yeah. Yes, which, not a fun story. Awful, and does not reveal a real strong character even as a child. Guess you're just born with the demon in you, not learned. I mean, because that is a terrible story. I would be so humiliated if somebody told me that told a story about me like that. But we do get a little peek behind the dating curtain. He's got 2 on the hook right now.
Mhm.
Brittany, who is our Kentucky muffin, and Carter, who apparently does not speak, because we see her later and we don't hear one word from her.
Right. And we'll get to her a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy to hear the Brittany talk. You've been threatening me with it for over a year now, so I'm happy to have heard that. What do you think of Erica's calling what she labels Jax as?
I think I've used this euphemism before about Jax. That Jax is a puppy that pees on the carpet and you smack his nose and then the puppy is sad about it. But like, Jax is not a puppy that pees on the carpet. He is the puppy that burns your house down.
Yeah.
And then when you try to react like a normal person, he is like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. What? You didn't even live in that house. The house wasn't even good. You didn't even like that house. I did you a favor by burning your house down. And like, I think these like cutesy little ways to talk about him are just not revealing what a sociopath this man is. And I hate to say that about it in front of his mother, but still.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same if the puppy was experienced in like forgery and robbery and some physical abuse.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to name a few things that puppies normally do.
Well, he characterizes his Lothario ways as just a wandering eye. He's just always looking for something better. That sounds much more wholesome than what it is, because he is a straight liar.
I also don't need him to define it anymore. Like we're on board. This is episode 60 or something. Like we're in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You
Like
don't have
if
to tell me about yourself. I can see you.
right, like instead of doing it, on like episode 120 of Friends, Chandler's like, I'm the sarcastic one sometimes. Like, yeah, we know. We've seen
We
this.
got it.
You've been on for years. We got it. That's why we're here, actually.
And Lisa is so surprised that this man can have a normal mother.
Yeah, I know.
like
She
like
says
she's
it in
just a
the
normal
nicest way,
person.
though. Yeah.
That she's lovely and she's smart and funny, and she did this. Yikes.
Yeah. It's not often Lisa's the voice of the audience, but I think she did kind of capture that here.
Yeah, because I'm not sure now that I've seen her, I'm not too sure what I envisioned. First off, I never even imagined Jax having a mom. Until they mentioned his accidental sexting last week, it never even occurred to me that this man had a mother.
Right.
And so I don't know what I imagined was her demeanor or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Elvira, maybe like that, or she was like... I won't go any further with that because I read
That's the Mistress of the Dark to you and me, everybody. We're gonna
Well, I read her autobiography not too long ago and it was so juicy. So
more.
Yeah. So tell me we're talking about just like word association about this scene at the salon with the Toms.
Great. I love it.
Just give me some. Okay. I'm gonna say a word and you just tell me the first word that comes to your mind.
Great.
Okay. Perm.
Douche.
Mutton chops.
Why?
I'm ready now.
Year of Tom.
I mean, what? The last time that this man was on our screen, Katie was talking about this ultimatum she had given him and how scared he was. I think 2 episodes ago, we saw him and the therapist. So you're ready now as you sit, and then the hair is symbolic.
Yeah.
Because if he can commit to a perm.
That's right.
Then obviously he's ready for marriage.
Yeah.
I hate this man. I fucking hate this man.
You know what? If the marriage is going to be as strong as that perm was, I believe him 100%. I definitely believe him because that was as floppy of a perm as he would give a marriage. So
yes,
I think that's just the same.
His perm was as limp and anemic as he will be as a husband, because I wanted it to be like Napoleon Dynamite. Like, if you're going to go full on, because you still can't fucking commit. But he did say he's a schmuck of a boyfriend, which is in line with our Putz characterization.
Yeah, he said he worked out his douche. He's been a schmuck. Like, I wish he would say Putz, but
this is the year of Tom. This is the year of Tom.
It's the year of Tom. He's ready. Like you said, he is ready. Here comes the proposal talk. Here we are, fresh out of the gate. We're going to talk about it.
What are the chances that he will make it dopey and make a joke of it? Like, we saw a tiny little clip of it, so we only saw like the good part. But like, what are the chances that it's like a prank or?
I can't. No, that makes my palms would get sweaty thinking about when it actually happens.
He's going to fuck it up. Yeah. Obviously.
I mean, I know it happens. I know that happens. I'm pretty sure that happens.
Yeah, but I mean, he is going to like make it like schmaltzy and stupid and try to make a joke like he did with the hair about, well, if my hair can get straight, oh wait, no, a permanent makes it curly. Like, no, shut up. Be serious.
No, I get nervous just like I do, like seeing Jax approach a new woman, just Schwartz being on screen, like it gives me the exact same feeling, pretty much like, oh no, what's he gonna do? And it won't be amusing. Like, he's not like the clumsy detective or something. It's a guy that just makes
it's
big
secondhand embarrassment. It's I mean, I just feel like I don't want to look at him because it makes me feel gross and having to cringe at his behavior.
We get a little like Sandoval messing with him a little bit, and that's always fun though.
Yeah. Sandoval's got to scratch that bully itch. He really likes to bully. But speaking of Sandoval, he is dressed as Chip Harley, and inexplicably, this particular character is on roller skates.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 70s. People put roller skates and 70s together a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna, it just seems like a lot of mixed messages. You know, I love a theme, and I'm going to commit to a theme, but I just think the roller skates were just a gimmick.
That dude commits. I respect it. He's
I do
looking
too.
like a roller derby version of the Sabotage video, I thought. So I'm all for it. Way to go. And he
Kids ask
rides
your parents.
he literally rides those roller skates as far as you can in this party. So
Mhm.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
Way to go, dude. I hope your ankles are all right. As the 48-year-old here, I will say, I hope the ankles are all right.
I do like someone who goes full on for a bit, right? Like, you
Yeah.
know, people when it's a costume party, people like show up with a shirt that just says costume, and it's just
No.
so lame. And I like it for people just to like be dopey and be silly and just like, you know, be whatever.
It's fun. I like the decades party thing, and Katie's running down like their intro, and she nails it. Like they all look good. They all go for it. You know, when you drop Schwartz in a group like this and they're all ready to go, I'm like, okay, I can take him like that. I don't want him running a scene, but I can take this, you know.
Yeah,
Cher from
peripherally.
Clueless. We love Clueless, of course.
Cute.
I mean, you
Yeah.
got that's a great, you know, you got the Sabotage looking folks, a factory, Andy Warhol factory thing, and Clueless. Great. Way to go.
Yeah, it was a nice mix. And then Jax is dressed as Danny Zuko, and you know he took that from the Pink Hotel set.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know this man
Oh,
stole
yes.
that.
Well done. Yes. We were just
Good.
saying a couple weeks ago about all his clothes come from photo shoots.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he looked so good in the shoot, and he looks exactly the same. Like, if you put us side by side, we would see. Because I don't know, I guess he can't be bothered. Whatever. Peter looks real good, though, with his hairband situation.
I thought you would like hair metal Peter. Yeah,
I do. I
thought you were
really
gonna like
like.
that. Yeah.
But then he opens his mouth, and it's so fucking dorky.
Wait, did you notice who he's with?
I didn't.
He's with a
Don't
girl
say
named
Vale.
Sarah. And do you remember in
Oh.
The Secrets Revealed when they're in the apartment and he calls somebody and says, "How do you spell your first name?" And it's Sarah.
Jeff, why are we not getting a backstory on that? That is so interesting. And that is some excellent detective work on your part right there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are boots on the ground, like getting into it. But like, why don't we see that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe because Peter's such a fucking dork. Like he looks so good that he's like, yeah, everybody's a little hairband in their life. And I was like, oh, Peter, stop it.
As soon as I saw him, all those worlds coming together, I'm like, the Star Trek and the 80s metal. I'm like, this dude saw Ready Player One in the theater like 25 times. I bet.
Yeah. He listens to talk dirty to me as he's like getting ready. Like, I mean, He
has a lane and he's there. I like it for him. Yeah. And is there a red carpet to this birthday party?
Well, I was going to say this too, and because I was rushing to get ready, but like, you know, Sheena loves the sponsorship. So the Step and Repeat has the sponsors on it, I guess. And I bet you $1 gazillion. That's why Lisa Vanderpump had to come, because when Sheena was like dealing out that, like sorting out that sponsor contract, they were like, listen, we ain't doing shit unless Lisa Vanderpump pitches up, because they're in just some like community hall in the Foreign Legion or whatever. Like, where the fuck are they? In just some weird blank room. And Lisa Vanderpump,
no, they're at a cool place. They're at a cool
where
hotel.
Are they?
Andaz, ANDAZ.
Oh,
Andaz.
Sorry, Andaz. Yeah, but like Lisa Vanderpump is not coming to these children's parties unless there is some kind of quid pro quo happening. Yeah, like, sorry, I don't mean to jank, but it looked like a real blank space and a Step and Repeat. But okay, I'm gonna have to take that out though. I don't want to make any enemies in West Hollywood. So, this is where Ken kind of like British gangsters Tom Sandoval, right?
Yeah, we have a couple good Lisa moments.
Before that though, Kristen turns up in that dress with her titties out.
Yeah, we got to see Sheena dress up as Madonna.
That's right.
Then we get Kristen, with no outfit, no decade, since she wasn't technically invited, I guess. You know, why bother?
I mean, she's dressed as an open heart surgery patient because her whole chest is out. And she knew what she was doing, okay? She knew what she was doing.
Yes, that's no secret. That's not like, I think she's
just a version of that.
Something.
It's just a version of that green dress that she had when she came to pick up her mail when they broke up.
Yeah.
James is getting real drunk. Like,
oh yeah.
and Kristen's policing his drinking. So it's like they're just like swapping roles. Like back and forth, like when they were in the alley, he was policing her drinking and worrying about her showing out because of the booze, and now she's here at his job worried about him showing out because of the drinking. They're just swapping out, tagging in and out from being the other person's babysitter.
Yeah, and it's almost like it's bad to have her around. Maybe she shouldn't even have been invited to this piece.
What happens? Like, I mean, she's fine. Like, nothing ever bad happens when she's around.
Yeah, and like it's funny, Max and Kristen are having that, like, he had 2 drinks, he had 1 drink. It's like, I bet at the time that they're talking about this, James has like 9 vodka sodas just lined up behind there. He's just like, because he doesn't need whatever. Like, yeah, give me a drink. Tells her, give me a beer. Like, he's got it covered. Don't worry about it.
But I'm gonna tell you what, you ain't gonna tell me shit when I'm DJing.
That's right.
That's what I should have opened with. Because he acts like, I don't know, he is like king supreme. You're not going to tell me shit when I'm DJing with that weird shaggy wig that he's wearing. Like, oh, God, he did not think that through. He did not.
Yeah, I didn't know what exactly he was going for. But right here, this is where we get our, like, layer cake sounding moment with Ken, the British gangster, thugging up on Tom while he's on roller skates.
That's right.
Like, looking up at him, like, right. You ever do that? But it was weird. It was weird. I was kind of like, what is this show? Like, is Ken going to start being a bigger part of this? Like, what's this weird turn?
I mean, whatever happened, Lisa was big mad at it. So she had to call in Bernie's Weekend, who is just like reanimated long enough to tell Tom he's going to regret it. Like, what are you going to do, Grandpa? I could outrun you at the very least. But he knows a guy. So if Tom doesn't get straighten up, good for him.
He's like, whatever, man. Skates off.
Yeah. Like, cool. And then there's another awkward encounter with Lisa and Kristen. Do you think the producers are like, have to go talk to her? It's so fucking weird.
It was also 3.5 minutes too long. Like, it was the longest. Like, they could have silently stared at each other and it would have gone by faster for me. They're just redoing their conversation. Like, I guess I should have left. Maybe, well, you should have. Maybe I would have found myself now. Like, oh, okay, well, I don't like having you around. Like, well, I wasn't happy being, like, it's just the same.
Look, I took this fun video of Ariana. Like she's like on the side watching. Watch Ariana in the background.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Because she's always clocking Kristen where she is. She's always like aware of her. And as much as she says that she just wants Kristen to leave her alone, Ariana does breathe life into it. You know, like she's complaining about how that Kristen was saying she wanted her to die by the planes, trains, and automobiles and stuff. Like, that fuels Kristen. The more you get upset about it, the more she is inflated in the moment. Right?
But if your reason you're bringing it up is to tell your good friend to stop being good friends with her because she keeps violently threatening you, then maybe you do bring it up. Because that is getting to her.
I mean, fair.
This is like the one thing out of everything that's gone on in the world, like the one thing that gets her is like Kristen Doty's being a huge pain in her life. Like, you don't think you would say something about that in your life if this woman is like threatening you and wanting to cut up your stomach?
But
also,
like,
she's not invited. Also, she's got 3 camera units around her. So yeah, she's going to look over her way. Like,
all right. But like, think about it like this. They are coworkers at this point. So when you go to your work, right, and HR is not a thing in this scenario that I am sketching, but this coworker is actively making your job miserable, your life at work miserable. What can you do? Like, stop giving her the power over you. She's not really going to hit her with a bus, y'all. Like,
or you make us think about it and she finally has to leave, you know, because maybe she doesn't have to be your coworker. So there's that. Well,
and Sheena did admit here that she has a soft spot for Kristen. And so I think that's probably going to sour a little bit because Kristen cannot leave well enough alone.
You want to put this back on your predictions for the year? One of Kristen's relationships may go sour.
Well, I mean, Sheena is the only one. Sheena's the only one who is giving her any benefit of the doubt. Even James is starting to be a little crusty about her in his confessionals.
Yeah, she's rough. We're going to the roof. This is like the kind of after party up here.
I don't
Sandoval,
want
much like me,
No.
tired of talking about Kristen.
Well, you know what I'm tired of talking about? Their fucking love. I don't want to hear about how he's her whole world. I don't want to hear them whisper to each other about how I've got your back. Can that please just be subtext and implied? Is that okay? Please.
Yeah, and I know the way that they said it, especially about taking a vacation by looking in their eyes. I knew in New York. At least Tom says I'm with you 100%. And he doesn't say I'm 1,000,000%, I'm 1,000%. Tom sticks to 100%. I appreciate that.
You know, I hate that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And this after party gets out of hand real quick.
Yeah,
right?
man. This like fireball's going down like it's Miller Lite around this place. Like it's going down.
I love a fireball. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the fireball. Am I at a party tipping a handle up to where it is wetting my whole face and I am just guzzling in front of everybody? No, I am not.
All right. But if you were surrounded by a bunch of your friends, do you think they would let you keep finding a way to do? I'm like, they're all like, somebody should do something. Hey,
yeah. Well,
hey, somebody should really, hey, we're thinking about doing something about that.
Well, my friends like me. My friends, care about what happens to me. He is not in the crowd. But the way that this man is tipping it up is looking like somebody's going to need bail money. Like, that night does not end well for anybody.
Brings me to my question. Did you catch the nickname he was given because of not being able to hold his liquor necessarily?
Oh, wait. DJ Lightweight?
DJ Lightweight, who must be mortal enemies of DJ Blackout. Now we've got to have a DJ battle from season 4 and season 12.
My money is definitely on a DJ Lightweight. Yeah. But yes, also talking about Chip Harley hitting the pool with his roller skates, where are his pants?
He probably had some cool breakaways. He just, ripped those off.
Not a
Chip Harley definitely wears breakaway pants.
Well, they're very hard to get over those roller skates. Like that's a real hassle. It's a real hassle.
So far, I hope this guy sticks around. I want this guy to be. Do you think that's why Sandoval hasn't worked a bunch of his shifts? Do you think Chip Hartley's been working and Lisa doesn't know it's the same person?
Chip Hartley's out doing gigs. He's out gigging around.
Oh my God. That's what Kristen should do is like leave and come back as somebody, but it's clearly her. Just like
like mustache and like Groucho Marx glasses.
Like, what's her name? Like Anne Marie. Damn it. I should have said that. That's too
like or like three toddlers in a trench coat.
Oh no. Yeah. Her fake name is Stassi Schroeder.
But so talking about Kristen like swaddling around, James is just out of it. Like he is weaving and Kristen's really embarrassed. He says in his confessional, where ostensibly this man is dead sober, that she drives him to drink. Red flag. Red flag there. Listen. You ask me why I drink, I'm going to tell you it's because life is hard, like a grown-up. I am not blaming it on anybody else. Like, is mean to Kristen in that way. He hits on Sheena's friend, Jenna. He professes his love to Sandoval. Like, he is just on a real hits tour there.
Yeah, the way he's going at Jenna, like, that's, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Like, oh no, man.
She must have been get him too, out. Because who's falling for that? But
well, she's on camera.
I did say, yeah, fair. I did write down that Chip Harley, much like my good friend Jeff in a past life, is the good time police. He will not let a party die.
No.
Right. Also that, but also in part, he wanted to get away from James, telling him he loves him and that music is going to be the bridge that brings them together.
That went right from like, yikes. Oh man, I want nothing but music this year. Like, What about James and Sandoval teaming up? All right, I don't need music from everybody. Maybe we don't get it from all of them.
Be careful what you wish for, sir, because here it is. And then that's kind of where we leave it, and we get some scenes from the next. And this was a really good episode. Like, it's as a season premiere, it set us up for a lot. I feel like is what's coming. There was a lot packed into it. I like an action-packed episode. I'm happy.
There's a bunch of new stuff coming up. We've rekindled some of the old stuff too. There's lots of like stuff being set up. Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's great.
And so next week we are going to meet Lala and Brittany. Then we are going to have a smoking gun Uber situation. Ariana has to draw a line when it comes to Kristen, and then we see a tearful exchange between Sheena and Kristen. You make it so hard to be friends with you. And I think that is the absolute most diplomatic way anybody could talk to Kristen in this moment. Like, you are making our lives real hard, girl. Real hard.
Mm-hmm. How about our first awards for season 4?
Okay. Tell me yours. You go first.
Well, let's see. I had very little for the past. Really, I only had, I think, was FOMO new? Because FOMO got thrown in there?
Well, I put FOMO because I think FOMO was new at that moment, right? I don't believe FOMO was as a cliched term. Also, too, getting turned was, I think, kind of.
Oh, yeah. I think we've had a turn just recently, just in the last, couple months of our watching here. Yeah.
Did you have any others because of the past? I have one other.
That was it for me.
Mine was when Kristen says, her and LVP are talking, and she's like, listen, I don't need to hang out at Pump. I could go have a $15 glass of wine anywhere. Her saying that, like, $15 was a lot.
Yeah.
Because 12 years ago, I guess $15 a glass of wine, for like house wine was a lot. But like now it's like, that's not a lot. Not a lot.
$15 isn't a lot for a glass of wine?
It's about average. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going somewhere. Yeah. And
it would be, that was definitely a lot for 2015. Yeah, but that's a great line. Like, if I can go somewhere else and pay overpriced. I just think there's a cutaway that didn't make it, of like, actually, where can you go? You've been kicked out of this place and this place and this place.
Like, the credits start rolling with all the places she can't go into.
Yeah. Chump for you?
Listen, I do not want to start off this season on the Schwartz hate train. Okay? So I'm going to pause the Schwartz hate for a minute, and I'm going to go solidly with DJ James Kennedy.
Okay. Yeah.
Hear me
I'm
out.
with you. Mm-hmm.
I think because season 3 was his first full season, and where he appeared in many episodes, he is getting a taste of the fame that all of these folks had already kind of experienced a little bit. He's probably getting a lot of stuff on social media. He's changing the way he presents on camera, and he's taken a real heel turn. And I think the drinking is going to be a major, major plot point for him, because it is quite literally Jekyll and Hyde. I think Kristen said that. She's like, it really is. Like, you hear him talking when he's sober, and you're like, oh, this person might be a little reasonable. And then when he's drinking and he's just like covered in fireball, how sticky must he been, right? Then it's like, that's hard too. So I think that he might be one of the nominees for, and this is early to say, but like perma-chump of the season.
I think mine also might be, but I did the Together as One Trinity because we all need it. I don't want to start it on the Schwartz train. And look, so far after this one, I'll have a whole Schwartz episode if it means that Kristen and James together aren't going to be a thing. I mean, I'm over Kristen, obviously, but the two of there's not a reason for them two to be together. Like, why? So, like, she doesn't feel the same way that he does, so that's out of the question. And if they both just want to have sex with a good-looking person, they can go have sex with lots of good-looking people. So I don't know,
but
she has her own place now.
Yeah, it looks good though. Her place looks really great too.
Right. So there is no like, they're not together. They're not physically like, in the same place. So,
but there is that scene that we saw where their heads are together, and he just whispers, I love you. Ugh. No. I can't. I don't want it. Disgusting. Who's your LVP?
Jax's mom, Marie.
Oh, yes. What a good pick. That is amazing.
Easiest pick, pretty much, probably for this whole year. Hands down, I was like,
oh, yeah.
She came on the screen, and I was like, that's it. Right there.
Normal lady, just living in
wonderful.
Tampa or
shared some
Detroit
stories. Let us know there's some history, can laugh about it a little bit. And, maybe a touch oblivious to some stuff, and that's fine.
There's some things you just don't want to know about your child.
And sometimes they text you those things.
Because of your junk. Mine is Ken for this British gangster persona.
Yes.
I really like it. I like a old school threat. Don't you do it or you will regret it. Because I have been known in my life to return hey, don't disrespect me. And so my comeback is, or what? What? And Ken just shut that down. He says, or you'll regret it. A close second, though, however, is Peter's costume. Peter's costume with no talking, though. I don't want to say words. I don't want to interact with you.
He didn't have a lot.
Real cute. And so that's that.
Speaking of, no words from Shay, I don't think. I mean, we saw some in the clip, but he was having his own little adventure. But
see, now that the wedding's over, though, he probably doesn't. There's not a necessity for him to be in as many scenes. And I also do not get a sense that he enjoys being in front of the camera.
I thought you were going to say, there's not a need for him to be in as many scenes. And he knows that.
Well, there's not a whole lot of room in frame when you're married to Sheena Shea.
Yeah, he's like, I bet we need to have a big first anniversary party, right? Every year that needs to be, it's we need to make the anniversary party a big thing just to keep him in the mix. Yeah.
So he can DJ or produce beats. I don't know. What
he
does he
produces.
do?
He produces.
He produces. There we go.
And raps. This is around the time his rap career starting, I believe.
What? There's no, I don't want to hear it. Also, not to put any pressure
DJ
on
Mike
you.
Shea.
Not to put any pressure on you, my friend, but it is about time for a season 3 playlist. How's it coming?
You'll get it this weekend. It's great.
Really? So you've been working, you've been cultivating, so I'm really excited for that.
More rock than pop this year, for sure.
That feels right.
Especially for the more alternative rock for this crew this year.
There better be some Panic at the Disco, sir.
Yeah, for Pampered at the Disco.
That's right. So look for that. Go to YouTube to find sometimes I put our whole episodes, especially our mini episodes. I put all of those on YouTube if you want to see us instead of just listen. And Instagram and TikTok, and always reach out. If you're mad about it, send it to Jeff.
That's
if
right.
you are happy about it, send it to me. And then of course, leave us a review wherever you get your podcast, because that helps us get seen and helps us get to the top of the list.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.